Hey everyone, it's Strange Michael. I hope you're doing well today. I have a movie review for you. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long. Last week was awful. Just a bad week, a really bad week. And this week was Daylight Savings Week, so I'm trying to get caught up on sleep and whatnot. I had to get a haircut yesterday, so I didn't have any time to get anything done around the house with cleaning or watching movies or anything for you guys. I'm finally back to do some reviews for this channel and for my Goosebumps channel. And today I have a video to discuss a film that I'm kind of surprised I haven't heard of, and I want to look into some of my other typical horror movie reviewer channels, because I want to know what anybody thinks about this. I feel like I'm the only person on the planet who's seen this movie, and I feel like if I describe it to you, you're going to think it's a fever dream, and that it makes no sense, and that it sounds stupid, and I really want you to understand, as bland as the title of this video might be, and as not as interesting as the cover on the thumbnail might look, I want you to know I actually really like this flick. And I would really like for you to give it a chance. Give it 30 minutes if you watch it. It's on Tubi right now. It might be on YouTube, I don't know. But I watched it on Tubi, which is free to watch things on, streaming them. This movie's called The Boat. It came out in 2018, and I think it's directed, I think it's co-written by the main actor in the film. There's only really one guy in this entire movie. It's kind of an isolation horror movie. And it's not really even a horror movie. This is a very different type of isolation horror. It's not like the Saw franchise where you have somebody isolating people off from everybody else or from the world or hiding out somewhere. It's nothing like that. It's just, there's a guy who has a very small boat. I believe he's just going out fishing the way it seems. And as he's going out there, by the way, I thought this would be a foreign film. It was in English. Surprised me. This guy's going out on the boat by himself, and he's kind of caught out in like a mist, you know, like a very foggy area out in the sea. And he happens to come across a, bigger boat than what he has. Not like a huge one, but like, let's say, $80,000 boat, somewhere in there. Not like a yacht or anything, but he finds a boat. By the way, this is more of like an indie level budget film, which surprised the hell out of me because it's shot beautifully. The direction, the shooting style, the cinematography, everything is fantastic in this. Locations, all that. Not many locations, but the ones we do get, it's beautifully shot. And to be a film entirely taking place on a boat, it's also beautifully shot with the water and the situations that we deal with in this. Very impressive. Very, very impressive, which is really what sold this to me. Anyway, he stumbles across this particular boat, and he's, tapping on the side, knocking, trying to yell out, like, is anybody on here, or is everybody okay? He starts going around inside of the boat. They can't find anybody. Now, he might find some blood here or there. He might find stuff that implies that somebody was here. Maybe something happened. And it kind of has a situation where he gets trapped on this boat. And he's not like caught in a foggy, misty situation. He's just kind of there. I mean, there's days that it's bright and sunny. There's night times that have storms, all kinds of stuff. A lot of things go wrong while he's there. And he kind of wonders if maybe this boat is haunted. Now, this is where it hangs up for a lot of people, right? I feel like this would be, that phrase coming out of my mouth, the haunted boat, I feel like a lot of people would say, oh, I'm not watching this piece of shit. Just trust me. It's not bad. It's not even really a haunted boat movie. Not really. Not really. It doesn't really come across like that for what you would think it would be. And I think a lot of that's because of the way these guys wrote the script, and the director, of course, I think was the brother or something of the main actor. Everything from the performance of this one guy on this boat, and the direction style itself, and the music really sold me on this movie. I just kind of decided to watch this. Tubi doesn't really have any ratings on it from what my app says. I watched this entirely on my phone's app for Tubi. And it doesn't really have like any rating scale. I just kind of watch random things. And I saw something called The Boat, and I was like, this is going to suck. So I'm going to watch this and do a video on it that no one will watch. Just messing with you. But I watched it, and I'm really glad I took that shot and watched this movie, because I was very impressed with this. I wasn't like in love with it. I don't want to overblow this. I don't want to raise your expectations, and then you kind of see it and you're like, it was middle of the road. It's really just a fine, solid, oddball movie about this guy and this possibly haunted boat. And now you feel the isolation horror. You can genuinely feel this trapped feeling. And it surprised me how well that was performed by the actor, how well the directing pulled that off. And again, to be a movie entirely shot on a boat, in some water. It was surprising to me how effective this was, how scary it could be, the kind of, I don't really want to call these twists, but the little hunches that we might have in one direction or another, on different things that happen with this main character, the different worries that he has, like maybe he hears footsteps or something, maybe there's somebody on the boat, maybe there's not, how did doors lock on him, you know, different things like that. It's just a very odd movie that I never thought I wanted to see. And I'm glad I watched it. I really, really enjoyed this, and I really don't want to oversell it, but I also don't want to undersell it to people. I really want people to give this a chance, because I'm surprised I haven't heard about this before. I watched a lot of horror movie review channels for a long time, and I have never heard anybody mention this movie. Not that it's like amazing or anything like that, but just because it was solid, because it was different. Very different for that matter. But again, I'm just impressed. I'm just genuinely impressed with everything and how it all worked out together. And I recommend the movie if you haven't seen The Boat. If you want something just different to watch, just a different type of horror or thriller type of thing, supernatural horror, anything like that. If you want something different to watch, this is different. This is something different. It's not really gory or anything. There's not really anything in here except for suspense and kind of thriller stuff that's happening. The movie's not going to make you really think. It's just kind of a turn your brain off, watch it type of movie because of how not even bizarre. I keep wanting to say the word bizarre, but it's really not bizarre. It's just a guy on a possibly haunted boat. And it's just fun to watch. And I like that guy. He's relatable. You kind of feel like you could care about this guy. I liked it a lot. I recommend it. If you guys haven't seen it, I'd love to hear what you say about it or what you think about it. If you have seen it, put that down in the comment section down below. When it comes to The Boat, if I had to rate this on a 5-star basis, I would probably give it just a straight up 3 out of 5 stars. I was very surprised by how much I liked this, how fun it was. It's just a really solid flick. I don't think it's amazing, like I said, but it's a good one. It's a good one, and I recommend it. What do you think about it? Put your thoughts and comments down below. Did you take my recommendation and go watch it? It's like an hour and 20 minutes, an hour and 25, somewhere on there. But it flies by, dude. I'll tell you that. It flies by. There's not many movies that I don't feel the time of. So you can imagine how it was when I went to see The Batman with Robert Pattinson. It was a 3-hour flick. Jesus Christ. Anyway, The Boat. What did you think about it? Put your thoughts and comments down below once again. Thank you for watching. 3 out of 5 stars for me. God bless you guys, and goodbye.